I never thought I would see the day where Erling Haaland is on my transfer out list. I can't believe he's there, to be honest. I can't believe two Man City forwards are there. Alvarez and Haaland, they're both on the kind of list of people that will be taking them out, who will be transferring them out, who will be not including them in the wild card. For me, though, I do think it is a little bit ludicrous, especially with Haaland. The guy is ridiculous. Yes, he's expensive. Yes, you can use the money elsewhere, but who's going to get you the amount of goals that this guy gets you? Name me a striker, especially with Harry Kane gone. There's no other striker that could even look to match Haaland.
Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.
G'day, mate. Welcome back to the channel. My name's FPL Root, and welcome back to another FPL video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top players you need to bring in for game week 8. We're going to be looking at some of the players that you might be taking out, looking at some options, some replacements. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe and smash a like on this video too. First off, the goalkeepers. A lot of people are taking out Onana, actually quite a lot of you. And I completely understand why. I have Onana in my team. He hasn't really been doing it. And United haven't really been doing it. And especially recently, with that Palace game, home game, you expect Man United to keep a clean sheet. But they failed to do so. So for me, completely understand why people are taking him out. 4.9 million he's dropped to now, and 20.4% of us do still own him. The fixtures are actually not too bad for Man United. So they have a home fixture against Brentford and away against Sheffield United, but then they do have Man City at home. For me, I do have Onana, so I can totally relate. Obviously, if you are on a wild card, definitely take him out. If not, then I'd probably give him another 2 weeks. I do think that surely they've got to keep one clean sheet out of that. I can't see Sheffield United scoring against Man United, to be honest, even though how bad Man United are. But for me, yeah, he's not looking good long term, but I would keep him for the next 2 weeks at least, or until you wildcard. Next up is Pickford. So I know a lot of content creators did go for Pickford. He is only 9.4% owned, and he's 4.4 million. I don't think he's actually kept a clean sheet this season, but I'll just check that quickly. Clean sheet. Yep, no clean sheets. So yeah, not the best, not what you want from your goalkeeper. He does have a good game against Bournemouth at home, and then Liverpool away, West Ham away. So for me, I'd probably keep for that Bournemouth game, because it is one of the better fixtures out there. And if they are going to keep a clean sheet against anyone, it's going to be against Bournemouth. You probably thought that against Luton as well, but obviously he did concede this week. But for me, I would be keeping him for that fixture. After that, yeah, fair enough. Get rid of Pickford. And there are some better options out there, some cheaper options. We all know Areola. We all know Turner. I would probably go for Areola if you did have the option to, and you were making a keeper transfer. But here are some other options that you might not have thought of. So Martinez at Aston Villa, 4.9 million. Villa has some really great fixtures coming up. Wolves away, West Ham at home, Luton away. Yes, they haven't been keeping clean sheets, but with someone like Martinez, he is going to be keeping saves. And Villa have got clean sheets in them as well. So it's not just a guess that they might keep clean sheets. They've kept 2 this season, which is not the best, but it's not the worst in terms of other goalkeepers. But they have had tough fixtures: Newcastle away, Liverpool away, Chelsea away, Brighton. So it's not been the easiest running for Villa, but now they do have some really good fixtures, and I think Martinez is a good option if you are looking to get into that Villa defense, but don't have the room to go for someone like Cash. Another option is Neto, the Bournemouth goalkeeper. I never thought I'd be recommending a Bournemouth goalkeeper, but at 1.6% owned, and with them great fixtures of Everton away, Wolves at home, and Burnley at home, you can see a few clean sheets in that for Bournemouth, maybe 1 or 2. Again, I do think Areola is the best option out there, as West Ham do have great fixtures, but these are some differential options if you are looking to kind of climb your rank in a different way, kind of looking for that differential, etc. He has only kept 1 clean sheet this season, but He did save a penalty, I think, against Liverpool. So for me, I would go Variola, but I think Martinez and Neto are good options too. So defenders, some familiar faces. You've got Estupinan, one of the most transferred players out this week, with his -2 points that he did score in game week 7. A player that I'm sure a lot of us do have in our teams, as he is over 60% owned. For me, it is a tough one. Again, I do have a Stupinan, and with the amount of fires I'm putting out this week, I probably wouldn't be taking him out. But I completely understand with them 2 fixtures. Having said that, after game week 10, so game week 10, they have Fulham at home. But after that, again, with that fixture, they have some great fixtures coming up. So they have Everton away, Sheffield United at home, Forest away. So for me, I would be keeping Estupinan. Yes, he wasn't great with a -2. Unless you are going for one of the options I'm suggesting, I would probably be keeping Estupinan for now, and benching him if you can. If not, then it's another story. Then I probably would be taking him out. But if you did have Botman as well, Botman is a player I would be taking out. If you have got him, obviously we've got that injury. He's likely to miss about a month of football, which is actually only up until game week 9. So he'll probably come back for game week 10. 4.7 million, 23% owned. For me, this is a tough one. Again, I own Botman. I'm really unlucky. 2 of the players that have been taken out the most are 2 players that I own. For me, I probably would be taking out Botman, yeah. I think there are better options out there. Again, it's just if you have the transfer. If you do have the transfer, then I would be going for someone like Pedro Porro. He's only 5.8% owned, is 5 million, so you just need that little bit more money. Great fixtures coming up. So Luton away, Fulham at home, Palace away. And for me, his attacking returns, his maybe chance of clean sheets isn't as high for Spurs at the moment, but I think he is showing that he is going to be good in terms of attacking. Even this season, he's got 2 assists. He's got that assist, obviously, for the last-minute winner against Liverpool. We've seen last season how great he can be attacking-wise. And I think if you do have that money, I do prefer him over a doggy. Another option you could go for as a differential is Jamal Lascelles, 3.9 million. As Botman is injured, it's likely Lascelles will be coming in his place. West Ham away, Palace at home, Wolves away. Yes, it is a risk, as when Botman does come back in, he's going to come back into the team. But if you are looking for someone for a week or 2 weeks before you play your wild card, then I think Lascelles at 3.9 million is a great option. So another 2 players that are in my team as well. So Saka and Rashford are some of the most transferred out players this week. Saka at 8.7 million, 58% owned. Main reason is he is flagged. He did come through in injury. They picked up in a North London derby. But he did play that game against Bournemouth and he scored, and he probably should have scored 2 more penalties, but he did give them away to Odegaard and Havertz. People probably taking him out as he does have Man City at home and Chelsea away. But for me, I see a lot of people out there talking about his fixtures are bad. For me, I don't think they're bad fixtures at all. Man City have been conceding this season. I think Arsenal can match Man City on the day. And I think Saka is going to be an integral part to the way Arsenal play, and he's going to be on penalties at home, you'd hope. Chelsea away, I don't think that's a tough fixture at all. And then Sheffield United at home is a great fixture. So for me, if Saka is fit, this is a big if. If Saka is fit, I would be keeping him in my team, and I am going to be keeping him in my team. I think, is fixture proof. I think you're going to want him back straight away after them 2 tough fixtures, as people like to call them. But for me, yeah, if he is fit, I'd be keeping him in my team. If not, then I think, yeah, moving him on for a couple of weeks or until he's back fit is perfectly fine. Rashford, another frustrating player. I'm sure a lot of you have in your team, 28% of you actually, 8.8 million. With Rashford, he hasn't really performed this season, has he? I think he's got one goal, 1 assist. It's just not really good enough for Rashford. The form we saw last season and the Man United's form is showing how is kind of reflecting Rashford's form at the moment. Even in game, he doesn't really be looking to get into them dangerous positions. He's coming off early as well. For me, I think taking out Rashford is an option. And with that money, you can use it to get Son. You need that little bit more money just to get Son, though. Son is not a differential, but I'll still put him in this list. 21.6% owned, 9.3 million. I think he is essential for the next 3 game weeks. Luton away, Fulham at home, Palace away. He's shown that he can score goals. He's playing number 9 now. He's probably going to be on penalties, and for that reason, I think Son is essential for the next 3 weeks. A player that you could use to get Salah, maybe. I know a lot of you have been trying to get Salah in, and you're looking for that enabler. I think Neto is a great option for Wolves. So 5.6 million. He's coming in with some really good fixtures and offer really good performance against Man City on the weekend. He kind of got the goal, but the assist. I don't really know how to call that. It was the assist, but it should have been his goal, really. This season, he's got 1 goal, 5 assists. So he has been putting in the performances and the goal returns. Yes, it's not the easiest fixture against Villa, but it is a derby. Wolves are going to want to put a good performance in for their fans. But then they do have Bournemouth away, which is a really good fixture. Following that, Newcastle at home, and then Sheffield United away. Like I said, if you are looking to get Salah and you can't afford him, I think Neto is a really good option. Someone that can come in, he can get attacking returns. Wolves are kind of a different outfit to what they're used to, what we're used to seeing with Wolves. And I think he can be a good option going forward. I never thought I would see the day where Erling Haaland is on my transfer out list. I can't believe he's there, to be honest. I can't believe 2 Man City forwards are there. Alvarez and Haaland, they're both on the kind of list of people that will be taking them out, who will be transferring them out, who will be not including them in the wild card. For me, though, I do think it is a little bit ludicrous, especially with Haaland. The guy is ridiculous. Yes, he's expensive. Yes, you can use the money elsewhere. But who's going to get you the amount of goals that this guy gets you? Name me a striker, especially with Harry Kane gone. There's no other striker that could even look to match Haaland. Yes, I know Watkins has scored more goals than him. Yes, I know he scored more points than him. But actually, I don't even think he has scored more goals than him. But Erling Haaland, don't even think about it. I don't care what people are saying out there. Don't think about it. Haaland, leave him in your team. Leave him in your wild card. I'm not even going to talk about it any further. Alvarez, on the other hand, I can see why people are taking him out. 32% owned. And yes, he is one of the most transferred out strikers this game week. For that reason, I think it is the fixture swing. Yes, Man City's fixtures, again, people are going on about like they're really, really tough fixtures, and then like it's not Man City. When you're talking about these top teams, yes, the fixtures matter, but they're top teams. For me, they're almost fixture proof. Yes, you've got to play the fixtures, but for players like this, they're almost fixture proof. Yes, Arsenal away, toughest game they can play all the season. Don't get me wrong, that is a tough game. But and they do have Brighton at home, Man United away. Again, you've seen Brighton just get absolutely thrashed by Villa. We've seen Man City thrash Man United in the past. Then they have Bournemouth at home. Great fixture. Chelsea away, great fixture. And yes, they do have a tough run in. But again, it's Manchester City. It's the best team in the league. It's the best team in the country. For me, I think they're going to score goals against anyone. And for that reason, I would be keeping Alvarez. However, if you do have the funds and you are looking to go to Watkins, I completely understand. I think Watkins is a great buy at the moment. We all know what he did against Brighton, but even before that, I've been saying in my transfer tips videos, Watkins is a good option. Wolves away, West Ham at home, Luton at home, really, really good fixtures. The only worry for me is not on penalties. So you are relying on open play goals. And yes, he scored 3 goals, 2 assists in that Brighton game. But before that, he wasn't really scoring goals. He was getting loads of assists, getting 5-pointers. So I would be wary, but them fixtures do look really, really good. And Villa look good too. So for me, I think Watkins is a good player to bring in this week. Another player that I like you to think of is Darwin Núñez. So now that Gakpo and Jota are going to be out for a little while, obviously Jota got the red card and Gakpo is injured, likely to be for a couple of months. Darwin Núñez is likely to have a spot in that front three. And at 12.7%, you can see with his fixtures that it's going to be great value. Yes, a toughish game. We don't know anymore because they did just get thrashed, like I said, to Villa. Brighton away. Then they've got Everton at home and Forest at home, 2 of the best home games you can want. And we've seen this season already that Darwin's a player that when he does get minutes, he does score goals. He scored 3 goals, 2 assists this season. He's only started literally 2 games. So he started 2 games and he's got 3 goals, 2 assists. for me, what more do you want from him? Like, he literally, what more do you want from him? He didn't start the first game, didn't start the second game, didn't start the third game against Newcastle, got come off the bench, got 2 goals. He started the fourth game, got 2 assists. He didn't start the fifth game. He started the sixth game, got a goal, and he didn't start he didn't play at all in the seventh game. So for me, he's only played 5 games. He's got, yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, the guy's ridiculous. And I think he is a great option. And I do think he can cover Salah. That is a big, big call. Yes, it's not on penalties. Like I said, it's a big down, what's the word? Yeah, it's not as good as someone that is on penalties. But like I said with Watkins, but I think Darwin can match Salah, and I think he is a good option for the next 3 to 4, 5 game weeks. If you have liked this video, please make sure you smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.